And I'll tell you guys since we're all friends. Every character I write has a piece of me in them. Hi, I'm Lee Bardugo, and you're listening to the GrishaCast.
Welcome to GrishaCast, episode 48. In this episode, we are celebrating our 1-year Grishaversary. This is your host, Eric.
And I'm Terry. From Nashville, Tennessee, this is your podcast for all things Grishaverse.
A world created by the wonderful Lee Bardugo. Moi savieni, casters!
Hello.
So, hi.
Hi.
For those of you asking how you can help, we would greatly appreciate tips.
Your tips will help us to continue to bring you the GrishaCast.
You can Venmo a tip to @BODHIMM.
Or Cash App $BODHIMM.
Woo, woo.
And thank you to everyone who has sent us money.
Exactly. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, so happy Grishaversary, Terry.
Happy Grishaversary!
Woo! Woo! Felt like I was on a roller coaster.
So if you don't remember from last week, we asked you to go to YouTube because you are going to miss out on the fun at GrishaCast. So again, this week, you will want to see this.
Because we are on top of it. We made a promise. We dedicated ourselves
Every week
in October for Halloween and for our Grishaversary. We are doing for the very... I've never done cosplay for Grishaverse before, have you?
Nope.
Okay, so
Never.
Both of us, we got to do it.
We're doing it for you.
For you guys, and it's been interesting so far.
It's been fun.
This is week 2, and yeah, we got some... Our characters are pretty opposite.
Yes, they do not belong together at all whatsoever. They're from completely different worlds.
Yeah. But I'm pretty big, so I feel like I could
I'm
probably...
a big deal.
You are a big deal. I'd probably be scared of you.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah.
You make a lot of noise, though.
Beep, beep, beep. So, okay, we'll get to that later. We got some more to talk about. So, anyways, yeah, this is a very special episode. So this is not going to be like anything else that we've done before. We got a lot of fun for you guys, by the way. We really have put some interesting stuff together for you guys. So, it's going to be interesting.
Reminisce with us.
Yes, reminisce. And then if you hear something and you just don't understand it or you think we're just crazy, then just remember we're best friends.
Uh-huh.
And we're doing this because we have fun.
Yep.
We love you guys. And we love all our listeners. We just think you guys want to hear this stuff. So we're just hoping we're getting it right. Yeah. Right?
Yes. We
Yeah.
want to celebrate. We want to make it a big deal.
Exactly.
So hopefully you do too, because it is a huge ordeal.
It really is.
It is.
So let's just get right into it. So first off, it's been a year.
A whole year.
A whole year since we started GrishaCast.
Mm-hmm.
And just a little bit behind the story of the podcast. About 3 or 4 years ago, my husband, Chris, said I should start a podcast because I listened to so many of them. And I told him, I don't have anything to talk about. All the podcasts I listen to are about the things that I want to listen to. But I didn't remember at that point that when I first started listening to podcasts, one of the first subjects I looked up was Grishaverse, and nothing was there. Anyways, so fast forward to last year.
A year ago?
A year ago. And my husband brings it up again, and all of a sudden I'm getting ready to be able to, I'm getting excited for Lee Bardugo's 9th house coming out, and I remember that there is nothing about the Grishaverse. And he says that he wants to help me put the podcast together. So we do. So October 10th last year on a Thursday, we recorded our very first episode, me and Fiona.
Yay.
Yep. And we had no clue what we were doing at all. And we were definitely not. The studio we are in now looks completely different than what it did. We did not have the wall, the different rooms, the soundproofing.
That's right.
Yeah, this was just one big open space.
Yes.
Yeah, we didn't have a set. We had we were sitting at this old wooden table. If you go back to our and look at our Instagram, it shows me and Fiona like at this itty bitty wooden table.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, Fiona was great, but she was concentrating really hard on getting into grad school, and unfortunately, this just kind of got in the way. And at that time, one, Fiona was my friend, but she was also the only other person that I knew that had read these books. So I didn't know who to talk to after she had to leave because she just had to concentrate on getting into grad school, and which totally makes sense because I mean she ended up getting into the grad school she wanted, so we're very proud of her, and we'll hear from her in a little bit. But yeah, Terry came around.
So I get this phone call.
Yeah, you share.
I just get this phone call from Eric, and he's like, "So I have something to talk to you about." And because we are the friends that we are, I had no idea what he was going to say. It could have literally been anything. It could have literally have been anything.
Yeah.
And so he pitched this idea, and it was pretty good timing because the second book was coming up fairly soon, so I would have time to catch up. And I said yes.
Yeah.
Because why else, or why would I not want to spend time with my BFF talking about books? I love books.
Yeah, and I was excited to get you to like read this kind of genre.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, I didn't say this, but when Fiona when she unfortunately had to stop, I didn't for a good couple days there. Like I didn't think I was going to continue it myself because I was like all by myself. I was like, what am I going to do? Talk to myself? And like I was still in the very beginning, so like I had no clue what I was doing. Luckily, Chris kind of saved me and like sat at the table with me. I think he talked a little bit about it.
Yeah, he was in at least one of them.
Yes, and then I just kind of finished out that first book, and then we got into Siege and Storm, and woohoo, my best friend was there.
Yay!
And anyways, real quickly, while we were talking about Fiona, we've got a clip from her. Let's check in with her and see how she is doing. So, enjoy.
My Silverani casters, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. It's Fiona. For those who don't know who I am, I was one of the original hosts with Eric back in GrishaCast's beginning when we were doing Shadow and Bone. But yeah, I am in grad school now. I did graduate. I did get into grad school, and I decided that moving to a new country in the middle of the pandemic was a good idea. I now live in York, which is in England, and I go to the University of York studying bioarchaeology, which is a study of human bones in historical, prehistoric, that kind of context. And I look at ancient disease. But yeah, it's at the beginning of GrishaCast, we could have never predicted or thought how far it would go and how amazing it has turned into. And all of that's due to Eric, Chris, and Terry, who did an amazing job taking over when I left, and she's done so well, and I'm so proud of all of them. I can't really put it into words, but yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with life. This is also video number 11. So, thanks to everyone for their continued support of GrishaCast. It's a great thing to be able to unwind and listen to weekly, just to kind of escape everything. So yeah, thank you for your continued support over the podcast, and as always, Eric and Chris love and miss you so much, and Terry, I never got to meet you, but you're amazing, and thank you for taking care of everything. But yeah, I hope this finds everyone well. Also, Chris, I am very sorry for the amount of editing this is going to take. That's it, I think. Bye.
Well, we miss you, Fiona.
It was good to hear from you.
Yes, and we are so proud of you and everything that you've accomplished, and it's incredible. And we are still living large in the Grishaverse. So, anyways, yeah. So then we just got to you starting, and that was a great episode. I loved it. Having my best friend on the podcast, I realized was so easy. Like we just just talked. It was just like our normal conversations, except this time we had subjects we had to get to.
And we had to tone it down from our normal
Yes, we're gonna
conversations.
Oh, definitely. Yes, because these are YA novels. Yeah. Yeah. We learned. We've made some mistakes. This hasn't been a smooth ride at all. No. But yeah, it just got better and better. I think it was really fun. I just remember when I made that call to you, one thing you said was like, it was really weird. I was really wanting to do something like this.
Yes. It had been
right about now.
Yeah, it had been a long time since I had done anything performance-wise. Not that this is like truly like performing, but for most of my life, I had used my voice in some capacity. And, the kids were a little older, and I was looking into possibly getting back into theater or narration or something. And then you came along with this, and I was like, yeah, why would I not want to do that with my best friend and get back to using my voice? So it was perfect timing.
I'm so glad you did. And I was really excited because we both read totally kind of different book genres.
We do.
So I was excited for you to dive into my world a little bit, and my excitement. So I just can't wait to hear about everything and what you think about different things. And I know that when we started Shadow and Bone, I was like, oh, I can't wait till we get to Six of Crows and you read that story. And then oh, Lord. So real quickly, how has it been for you? This is one great aspect of this is I've read the Grishaverse books, but you haven't. This is your first go around with it.
Yes.
How has the story gone so far? So we're at Crooked Kingdom now, obviously.
Yes.
What do you think?
I didn't know what to expect. I guess from kind of hearing a few of your episodes before I came on and reading the first book, I guess the progression from the first 3 to the next 2 was very drastic, and that was not what I expected at all. But he did. He kept saying, wait till we get to this point. Wait till we get to this point. Just hold on and wait till you're going to love this part. And I just kept going, all right, okay, all right. I mean, I liked them to begin with. But,
well, right.
But it was like, just hold on, just wait. You're going to love these. And I can see why now. They're dirtier, grittier, little more me. I have no problem with the Grishaverse at all. The first 3 were super fun. But yeah, this pulls a little more me. So I've very much enjoyed it, and watching her writing progress has been very fun.
Oh my God, I know, and I was excited about that for you because I love the Shadow and Bone trilogy. It's great. It's the very beginning of the story, so I think it's so important. It's got a lot of groundwork that is laid for all the rest of the stories that come along, but when I read Six of Crows, it was just something I had never read before.
Yeah, I don't know how. I have no idea how you just jump into Six of Crows without knowing the story before. Like we were saying, we've talked about before, about it's very difficult because you think the story goes one way because their history books say one thing, but if you read the first 3, that there's a totally different story. So I'm glad that we started that way.
Well, exactly. Because in Six of Crows, when they bring up Alina Starkov and the Civil War, you know nothing about that.
Except that she died.
Yeah, but you don't know behind the story. And then Nikolai Lantsov, the king, you don't know anything about him. And it's interesting because, I don't know. Anyways, I'm glad. I just wanted to see what you thought so far. And I was hoping you'd be surprised.
Yeah.
I was, yeah, because I was excited for you to get to the Six of Crows, and now I can't wait for you to get to King of Scars and Language of Thorns, and we've also got some short stories.
We have the short stories. We have the Saints book. We have
yes,
all kinds of small little things that we can
and
pick back up. So
there's new stuff coming too.
Mm-hmm.
So anyways, at this moment we would actually like to take a break and let's hear a message from one of our sponsors. Okay, so. Well, hello there. We hope you are having a fabulous evening, all you beautiful viewers out there tuning into QVC Ravka Channel 13. I am Etherealkai Eric, and at QVC Ravka, we care the utmost about the products we are selling you. That's why we are known for quality, value, and convenience only here on Channel 13. We're coming to you live all over Ravka, from the Little Palace in Alzalta, all the way across this beautiful region and next to the True Sea in Oz-Kervo. We care about our customers, and that's why we only sell the highest quality merchandise. We have a very special treat for all you Grisha staying up late with me on this gorgeous Firebird Thanksgiving night. I had the pleasure of stumbling upon this mover and shaker business exec who is a merchant mogul of her very own luxury pop-up kiosk right outside the city limits of Novosibirsk. Terry Tarsel was one of the first amplifier specialists on site at the Shadowfold after this year's unfortunate civil war. Terry Tarsel has been selling genuine, irrefutable Saint Bones since the early 90s and has won the East Ravka Outstanding Amplifier Design 3 years in a row. We are very excited to introduce her new product this evening for a once-in-a-lifetime Black Friday bargain buyout sale. Here on QVC Ravka, Terry Tarsel is selling only 20 cases of her collector's edition Sancta Alina Bone and Amplifier set. Each set comes with a full set of finger joints and knuckles and have been handpicked by the one and only amplifier specialist expert herself. That is Terry Tarsel.
thank you so much. And yes, these will run out fast. For only 13 easy payments of 100 Grisha bucks, my genuine Sancta Alina Bone and amplifier sets come in a gorgeous sterling silver and mother of pearl jewelry box. If you call within the next 10 minutes, you can receive this treasure shipped and insured to you Lansoff Express. But wait, there's more! Order now and you will receive our complimentary gift wrap Sancta Alina Pinky Toe with toe ring included. My goodness, what a deal. I've been selling designer Saint Bones and amplifiers for 30 years now, and I have never seen a more gorgeous collection than this quality set. Do not miss out on this rare and exclusive offer.
Do not let another moment pass. Once all 20 sets are sold, they are gone. This would make an incredible gift for graduates of the Grisha class of 2021. Help a Grisha by amplifying their power with the honorable and holy Sancta Alina Collector's Edition. Just call 166 Ravka 13 now. Oh, well, what a great message.
That was fantastic.
Oh, so that was great.
So get your bones now.
Yeah, so get those. But don't forget, get your Grisha bucks together.
Mm-hmm.
Because there is no currency in Ravka that we know of that they spoke about. That, I mean, it's not like Krug and like Kirch.
Yeah, not yet anyway. Maybe something will come up.
Yeah, so anyways.
That was great.
Don't worry, we've got more of those coming.
Just hold on.
Yeah, we've had so much fun.
Yeah.
So we just hope you guys like them as much as we did. Lord, we've been like chuckling so hard at it.
Mm-hmm.
So, because we've only done one commercial before, and that was Chris.
Yes.
He did it.
Mm-hmm.
He
And he did a great job too.
He did. He did the Jurda Parham Treatment Center. And that was like a really long time ago. I think we played it right when we got to Six of Crows and we learned about Jurda Parham.
Yes.
And then we've always talked about doing others, but we've just been so like, had so many other things to do about our podcast. We haven't been able to do it. So anyways. So what are some of your most memorable or favorite moments that you've had since you've been on GrishaCast?
Oh man. I mean, obviously in general, it's hanging out with you.
Oh, well, that exactly.
Yes.
It's true.
That's that's fun.
It has made our relationship really strong. We get to see each other every single week
Uh-huh.
and talk and catch up. It's amazing.
It is. It's like therapy,
Yeah. So,
especially during these unprecedented times.
exactly. And I'm really happy that we've had this that has actually stayed like normal at least
Yes.
and consistent.
Uh-huh.
So,
Like we only did one or
two episodes.
Zoom or over, yeah.
Yeah.
That wasn't fun.
No, those were really complicated.
That was a memorable moment.
Oh, definitely.
Trying to figure all that out. But yeah, we've even like all through everything, we kept going.
Yeah.
So
And we've
yay us.
Yay us.
Pat ourselves on the back.
And we've grown a lot, especially from where we first started.
We have.
like-
Watching the studio grow the way that it has, because Chris has done an amazing job.
Yes.
The equipment changes. That's been fun to be a part of that growth. I've enjoyed that.
Yeah, I remember my first big memorable moment was when we first started the GrishaCast. I was lucky and was able to meet Lee at a book signing for Ninth House, and I gave her like the information about GrishaCast because we had just put out like the first episode, and anyways, she retweeted like a tweet that we try to promote us about, to promote the cast, and she retweeted it, like, and that was in the very beginning. I was like, oh my God, that's so cool.
Huge.
So, and that was neat because when I met her, she said she'd have to come on, and like, I was like, girl, you're gonna kill me. Like, literally, that's what I thought. And
I also didn't think that was like,
no,
a real reality.
Well, yeah, because I mean, we had like, we had no clue what we were doing. How do you do that? So,
Yeah.
anyways, and obviously, like recording with you for the first time was a
Yes.
memorable moment because it clicked, me realizing that this is so easy and so fun. This is perfect.
I sat in with you on the last episode of the first book just to kind of like get a feel for it.
Yeah.
And yes, that was a memorable time. The first time I actually started talking, because it took a little bit to get used to everything.
Yeah.
So going back and hearing the first one is it's a little cringy, just because we've gotten way more comfortable. But yeah, the first time was definitely memorable because I think I just blacked out.
Yeah. Well, you get nervous and freaked out. And
Yeah.
I've had those moments too. Lord. I just love that one progression that I've had is like, I used to get so nervous and get all worried about stumbling over my words. And now I just stumble all over my words.
And it's okay.
It's okay. It's just me. So, for some reason, this is another memorable memory is like when we were like, we were going to take the test on the Grishaverse website. And like we promoted, like, I mean, big time, like, next episode, we are going to take this test and find out which crow we are.
We sent
and, like,
everyone there.
yeah, and like all these people then started like sending in their responses, and lo and behold, like, I mean, we take it, and not only does every single fan that has told us that they got Kaz, we both get Kaz.
Mhm.
And so it kind of was a bummer because we found out that like the test really wasn't real.
Yeah.
Love Grishaverse site, but like it's just kind of like messed up because
I feel like you know which crow you are in your heart.
exactly. You do. We all do.
We do. Clearly.
Yeah, clearly. And then another big moment that we obviously have to talk about is just, I mean, Lee actually came on the podcast.
Yeah, that's the biggest moment. And
Yeah.
I don't know what's ever going to top that.
I
In
know.
the very first year, we went like way up here.
Exactly.
So I don't know how we're going to, we will just
Yeah.
watch. We will. But that was a huge moment.
Yeah, and it was just so great.
It was amazing.
It was because we actually like we did what we wanted. Like we asked the questions we wanted to ask. We didn't ask the questions that I think people thought we had to ask and things like that. Like we really got to it, and it was amazing because like she had so much fun. You could tell.
Yes.
She stayed on with us, and I've got like you and I have talked about this many times. We both have different moments from that podcast that we will never forget, like specific things that she said to us. And
it was so much different, I guess, than I thought it was going to be. It was very friendly and laid back, and because I definitely had a blackout moment in the beginning of the whole thing where I was just like on autopilot, freaking out. I don't fangirl very easily, but I guess it was just nerve-wracking because I wanted to make sure that it was right and that we did it right by you, fans. So it was a little nerve-wracking. I probably wouldn't have freaked out so much if it was just her and I having a conversation. But it was, I wanted to make sure that it was right for you guys.
exactly. And we had no clue what was going to happen because they told us we were going to have the specific amount of time. So like we were like regimented about that. Like, okay, we're watching the clock, and then all of a sudden the time just goes past that, and we just kept on talking. And then finally I was able to be like, okay, so we're just going to keep asking questions, and this is just going to keep going.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was incredible.
And the behind the scenes things that we can't talk about, that we, during that conversation are things that I will hold with me too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She's really cool. She's She's as amazing as you've heard. If you've heard she's an amazing person to meet, she is. And
super friendly.
Yep.
Don't worry about freaking out if you ever meet her.
Exactly, because she's the same way when I met her that first time at the Ninth House like signing. She's the same way like when you just were talking to her like with our interview, and it was incredible. It was so cool. And you got over here like 3 or 4 hours beforehand, and I was freaking out. I was losing it. But
another behind the scenes thing no one knows about. We ran through our questions with my partner.
Oh, yes.
Who had never read any of the books, had never heard of anything, never even knew about Lee, like nothing. And we ran everything by him.
See how we did.
And that was hilarious.
Oh, it was.
It was great.
Oh, that was amazing. I forgot about that.
Yes.
So this, I think we have to talk about this. We kind of had like a little bit of an obsession happen. And it started off when we were just like in the first book of Ruin and Rising.
Yes.
So let's actually play that clip right now.
Do you think the worm thing is true? Because we have these other creatures that they're stories and they're real. So here's another story about a creature. So how do we know what's real and what's not real?
I don't know. It's just kind of like a folktale. So
I like to imagine it in my head, though, for some reason. It's just this big giant worm, like with the silt and gravel, just like
agreed,
eating its way through the ground,
just making a lot of pathways under Ravka. So yeah, I mean, it could be. So I mean, there's a reason for this folktale, and they even kind of say that people try to stay out of dark corners because they don't want to
go down too far.
Yeah. So
because it said he doesn't die.
Yeah.
And he just like he got lost. He's just like eating his way around, and he's just this poor little lost worm.
Poor thing. Now you feel bad for him.
Come on, Ismrun.
He's just kind of stuck under Ravka, just like lost his way out.
Maybe he wants them to find him. Like, come on, guys. I hear you. Come find me. But they don't speak worm.
No.
Oh.
If only he could back up. Beep, beep, beep. I'm going to go. Poor thing.
Oh.
Okay, so that's good. Yeah, that's giving me a whole other side to this. It's not this like dark, mean creature. It's this cute little worm that's just kind of stuck.
Guys, help me.
Poor thing. So I hope you guys like that because I really do. Now, got Ismrun. We should start a little campaign for him. Get Ismrun out.
We should make little lost signs for him. Have you seen me?
That's great.
Oh, that's happening.
Yes, that is. Poor Ismrun. God, put him on some milk cartons. So, okay, we could go on for hours, but we'll stop here. But Because I'm starting to now like envision like, the cute little worm face.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's just so sad.
I know. Wah, wah.
Just eating around.
So yeah, you can hear.
Yeah, so we were
We went on a slight tangent about poor little Ismrud.
yeah, we were really like mapping out that story in our head, weren't we? I
Yes.
mean, and it didn't end there.
It did not.
If you've
we just latched on to that.
We did. So then, of course,
Hint, hint, you should also go to YouTube right now and watch this.
yes. But what is our very first like thing that we have to ask Lee?
Oh, we had to.
Let's go to the clip now.
So now we have possibly the most important question. This has been kind of a theme on our podcast, and we talk about this quite a bit. We would love to know, what is Ismrud up to these days?
Wow, that is a deep cut, guys.
Isn't it?
Yeah, he's doing his deep worm things. He's making tunnels and eating people who get lost in mines and hoarding treasure,
Awesome.
usual monstrous worm stuff.
Yeah.
He's on monstrous worm Tinder, just being like, looking out for lady worms. Yeah, I don't know what. This is what quarantine has done to me. You got like.
I know. So now I'm thinking about if Ismrud has like a mating call now.
Oh,
Wow.
I'm sure he does, and I'm sure it sounds akin to. I'm thinking like a tuba, like a deep tuba bass horn kind of call.
That's very fitting.
Yeah.
We always have thought that he's just going around those tunnels and he's hearing everybody, especially like in the beginning of Ruin and Rising. Like he hears people, but he can't find them, and he's just like wandering around. He's like, "Hello."
Oh,
Yeah.
I love that he's like trying to find them and be like, friend.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. Like friend, and then they're just gone. So I think he's still. I don't know. I've always just been like, I guess he's still just traveling, trying to find his friends. But
Forever.
Forever.
Making tunnels. It's hard out there for a worm.
yeah, it is.
I just love that she like had fun with us with that.
Yes.
Like,
I like that we kind of caught her off guard.
yes.
That we gave her a deep cut and
Mhm.
but that she played along.
She did. She had fun with it. And
I was slightly worried that she was gonna say, "What? Who?"
I know. Yeah.
Because it's mentioned in one line
Once.
throughout the entire series. And so I had this moment of, oh no, what if she was like, what?
Who is that? Yeah.
But nope, she knew. Like she knows her
She knows her
own
stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. So, but she played along. It was fun. And obviously.
I think I cried laughing about Ismrud several times. So
Well, because we just had too much fun with it. It's just such a good story in our head.
it's funny how like there every once in a while there's just this one little thing that you just latch on to.
Yep. And he was ours. He was definitely an obsession that, you know what, will probably continue to be throughout our GrishaCast
He's kind of like our mascot.
He really is. He's definitely mine.
I mean,
Hello. I squish you.
oh, I don't know if everyone can hear the sounds that are happening right now,
Okay,
but
so we've got to be fair to the people listening. This is a podcast.
Yes.
So I'm dressed up as Ismrud.
yes, hilariously.
Yes. And Terry is Kaz.
Yes.
So it's a very funny picture. If you get to just go to the YouTube and watch us, it's just two opposites.
And we'll try to get a picture on Instagram for everyone to see too. His costume is very plasticky and making a lot of noise. So you might be able to hear that.
Yeah, I feel like a Macy's Day float.
Yes, you look like one.
Yes. Oh, girl, it feels like one in here too.
It's great. I love it. You
Yeah.
are a great sport for doing that.
Woohoo! Go Ismrud.
Go Ismrud.
Okay, well, we're gonna be right back after this quick commercial break. To the west of Shuhan and to the east of the southern colonies, there lies an island in the middle of the true sea, Kerch, a country unlike any you've experienced before. The capital city, Ketterdam, can fuel your wildest imaginations.
Start your stay at the Grand Geldrenner Hotel,
with an exquisite dining hall, space for your next merchant council meeting, or even your next son's bar mitzvah. We even have an entire floor devoted to our spa with soaps and muds from all around the Grishaverse. Here to learn, the University of Ketterdam can fuel your desire for knowledge. It is rumored that Nikolai Lansoff was educated in our halls. Does water life drive you? The Lid has most of our tourist attractions and is close to the harbors. Are you looking for the nightlife? Get lost in the Barrel. Dress in character from Comedy Brute for an anonymous experience while you gamble away your life savings, then forget all about it as you drink at your choice of local taverns such as the Crow Club or Emerald Palace. Seeking the brothel experience? At the Menagerie in West Stave, our girls from foreign lands will tickle your fantasies. Don't worry, the men of the Anvil are also ready to show you a good time. Looking for a darker visit? Stop by the island of Tarangel for Hell Show at the Hellgate Prison. Be entertained as our prisoners fight to the death in a Wheel of Fortune style game to earn better food, liquor, or a conjugal visit with girls from the West Stave.
People say that the world is getting smaller, that there are few surprises left on Earth. We suspect these people haven't been to Ketterdam yet.
This commercial paid for by the merchants in the Come Visit Ketterdam Visitor Bureau. The Travel Bureau warns you that gangs, crimes, and robbery are always present and all visitors should stay aware of their surroundings. The Kirch government is not responsible for death or serious injury, stolen items, or your entire family going missing.
Wow.
So who's going to Ketterdam on vacation?
Exactly. Let's go visit. Seems
I bet they
fun.
don't even have a mask mandate.
Oh God. Oh my God. No. And oh Lord.
Hide your kids, hide your wife.
Oh my. That was so much fun though.
It was.
Like putting that together. I just like.
It was fun.
Oh my God. The music just cracked me up
makes
too.
it-
And yeah. But that's what's really cool when we were putting that together. It made me also realize how creative and well thought out Lee put Ketterdam together in Kirch. Like, she really put a lot of thought into it. It wasn't just like this quick idea of like, okay, we got to name the city that this is going to take place in. She like her maps well thought out. I mean, it all makes sense. And
Yeah.
like, you got to give her a lot of kudos for that because I mean she didn't have to do that.
No.
So that's really cool. So, anyways, yeah. So visit Ketterdam and
Let us know how your experience went if you make it back.
I feel like mine would be pretty rough if I went like this.
But you could dig underground.
You're right. But then I'm surrounded by the ocean. I mean, I could just go into the sand. I mean, I'd have to dig really, really, really far.
Really far.
God, and where would I go? Would I go to Shuhan? Or
Yikes. I don't know if there's a good place to go.
no, I'd probably end up accidentally like digging myself into Hellgate into a cell.
Yes.
Like, yeah, directly into a cell, and I'd be
Uh-huh.
stuck there. Yeah.
Or the ice castle.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, fun to think about. So, one thing we have definitely done on this podcast is we have learned some things.
Oh, yes, we have.
We've made mistakes,
Yes, we have.
plenty of them,
Mm-hmm.
especially in the beginning. I can definitely vouch for that one. So, we just kind of want to talk about that too.
Uh-huh. Well, you started us off, so...
Yep. So, I am to blame for this. When I started this off, like, I mean, all I had to think about were all the podcasts that I loved. And one thing that I had always listened to for a long time was drag queens and RuPaul's podcast, where there's no filter at all.
Yeah.
So we started this out just like cursing like a sailor and just kind of forgetting that this is a young adult series.
Mm-hmm.
So, one, I definitely want to go ahead and apologize. I've done this before, but I want to do it again. Sorry for all those people out there that we offended. Sorry for the listeners we lost. We know that you were trying to listen, but you couldn't because you had a van full of your children. And we were talking. So, anyways.
Yes.
So that's one lesson. And hey, I got pretty good at stopping
You did.
cursing.
You did.
I mean, every once in a while we accidentally slip.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one good thing. And then Yeah.
Having more fun.
Yes, definitely. Because we took ourselves so seriously in the beginning. I
Yes.
did.
Well, yeah, because I don't know, it's all new, so there's some growing pains, and talked about the blackout like moments of just like we have our notes, we're going through. This is how it is, and then you just kind of learn to relax and understand that you're gonna make mistakes, and who cares?
Exactly. And some of my ideas are crazy, and those are even mistakes. We're just, I sometimes can go over the top and just do a little too much.
No.
I know. Who would have thought that?
I'm looking at you right
look-
now. What?
What? So, one other thing is I stopped clicking. I don't know.
Yes.
I used to do this, like, I'd talk and do
You
this.
smacked.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was almost like I was doing, like, the pickle smack that Nene Leakes and then all the drag queens on RuPaul do, especially Alyssa Edwards. It's like I was doing a smaller version of that because I can't actually do that.
You can't do a tongue pop?
No, I can't do a tongue pop. No. But yeah, one good thing is definitely if you ever, listener, are presented with the opportunity to do a podcast with your best friend, don't for 1 minute think it's going to be hard or difficult. Because that is your best friend, and you guys are just going to talk about whatever you guys want to talk about.
Yes.
You just have to remember to reel yourself back in from those tangents.
But I do think too that it's conducive to good communication though. Because
Yeah,
we're able to be like, let's try something else.
exactly.
So we can bounce off each other, and we already know how to talk to each other without offending each other.
Yeah,
so that
exactly.
helps.
Yeah.
Because we already knew how to talk to each other. Because if it's someone new and you're like, I don't know how to present this to them without them getting upset, like we already knew how to talk
Yeah.
to each other. So there was no getting upset.
No,
No.
it's really it's amazingly easy, and
It is super easy.
it's awesome. So I hope all you listeners are having as much fun as we are.
Yes.
So.
And you all are our friends now too.
Exactly. And we have made a lot of friends along
We
the
have.
way, which has been really cool because the Grishaverse fandom is just now starting to really expand and grow because of all this new stuff coming out. So that's exciting.
Wait till the show finally comes out.
I know. So
Whew, we're going to have all kinds of new friends.
we are. And on that subject, so it's kind of crazy to look at our numbers and the growth that we've had since the very beginning. So we had Chris put this together, and so our first month, October of 2019, we had a total of 671 downloads in that month. Now, given we also didn't start till the second Friday, but
That's still good.
that's still good for
yes.
not
No, not like taking this offensively, but like from being nobodies that nobody knows about, like 671 people.
that's a lot of people.
Yes, it really is.
When Chris told me there were 200, I was like, that's 200 people.
Yeah.
Because, we started with nothing. We had to create the social media accounts. We had to get the people to start following them. But, getting all that started, it was crazy. But luckily, people, I guess, started, looking us up. And I think it also had to do with Lee. She helped us out, definitely.
Yes, that does help.
Yeah. So, but it's kind of cool. Our numbers went up and down throughout this entire year.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden we get to August.
And then there was August.
Yeah, August, where we were finally going to play our interview with Lee. And we had been talking about it for an entire year. We've been talking to you guys about it, seriously, about send in your questions. And we finally were going to play it. And we just skyrocketed from being in the 3 digits to 2,514 in just the month of August, which is a lot for us. Okay,
Yes.
total downloads in that month, and that was crazy.
Yes.
And since then we've just kind of, I guess the word's gotten out. There's a Grishaverse podcast, and we're here, and it's fun, and we're the only one out there.
Yes.
So
Yeah, seeing the numbers grow, seeing that we have like 11,000 downloads
crazy.
every week on the Little Paper. That's weird. Watching us chart in different countries.
The fact that we had to even start a segment, listener cities.
Yes.
I would have never thought that.
That's amazing to me.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yes, it's absolutely amazing, and I'm so very thankful. It's just amazing to see those little yellow dots all over the world of people that are listening to us.
It's just really cool.
It is.
We love you guys. We just have so much fun doing this. So, and we're glad that you hopefully gave us like enough time to be able to grow into our like space and get comfortable with our podcast, understand what we're doing, because we definitely had to learn.
Yes.
I remember specifically also, like, I was scared to talk about anything that was going on in the world, like sharing my point of view on something.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden I realized, like, no, this is our podcast, and we have, like, most likely our listeners are like-minded.
And the books themselves are very inclusive.
Exactly. So some of the conversations we've had, some of the topics that we've been able to have, specifically the Harry Potter one that I was talking about for months and then brought it up to Lee, and like that was just incredibly helpful for a lot of people, and that's what makes me so happy about this podcast.
Yes.
Is like I want this here to be able to make you all feel like, yes, you've got family and friends that love the same stuff you do. You're not alone in this world. So this is our way of connecting.
Yes. It's I don't know. It makes my heart happy.
It does.
It does. So I have these moments of like, who am I? It's just little old me.
Yeah.
And so many people around the world are listening to me say words.
Yeah, I just don't think about that, because if I do, I probably would have really a panic attack. So
Yeah, but let's not do that.
no, let's
No.
not. So how have things gone so far? Like, I mean, you've already said that Six of Crows was a surprise
Yes.
for you.
I'm on Pinterest all the time, and for some reason, I don't know, the whole world is a spy. All electronics are a spy. It knew that I was reading these books, and it gave me fan art. So I did see some fan art come up, and then there was this random thing. A few weeks ago, this random thing came up with this meme of somebody just crying their eyes out saying, when you read chapter 16 of Six of Crow or of Crooked Kingdom.
No, you read that already.
And I was like, what? Okay, whatever. And I just like kept scrolling, and I was like, well, somebody's going to die. And then we got to it last week. And I was like, oh, Kaz and Inej having a moment. That's what they were crying over. So even when those little things do come up, I don't know really what's going on. And Eric is hiding his face.
I am. Sorry. Hello.
It's and trying to not listen to Eric when he talks about spoilers or oh girl just wait or
I know. But
yeah.
I do pretty good. I say like, oh girl, just wait, and
then you leave it. Yeah.
And I leave it. So
I don't know. I honestly 100%. I'm a terrible, terrible liar. So you would know if I was lying.
Yeah.
I do not know what's going to happen.
She literally
I do not.
Yeah. She might be the only one of us like
I
that
know.
actually is reading along with us the way we are. Because I mean, I even got to a part of Six of Crows where I just had to finish the book. I couldn't like stop.
I'm kind of there right now where I'm going to have to probably finish it. I do wonder if it irritates our listeners sometimes that we don't say, oh, there's this part and it connects to this part. If there's like if they're like, talk about it, like that leads to that. So hopefully y'all are bearing with me.
Right. But that's what our plans for the future are.
Yes, that does lead us to.
We're going to be able to do that eventually.
Yes.
Because, I mean, obviously you've heard me try to talk about it and then I have to stop myself because I want to talk about all those things. And the cool thing is we'll be able to do it together. We're just it'll be through our next read through, but we got to first get through the first one first.
If we continue to entertain you all and we get through everything brand new, then when we do our read through, then we can talk about all the spoilers in the world.
Exactly. It'll be the spoiler season.
Yes.
Full of spoiler season.
Yes.
That's all we're going to talk about. It's connections,
Exactly.
dots. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been a great year, and
It
I
has.
think the future is bright for us.
It is. We're
Good.
just gonna keep going up.
We are. We've still got like a lot of stuff to cover. We've got a show. We plan on covering the show, obviously. Anything that has to do with the Grishaverse and Lee, we're gonna cover. So there's just the Grishaverse is awesome, and we've just got a lot of cool things coming. And so we've had our first guest, which was Lee,
Mm-hmm.
which was amazing, and we are gonna start having some fan guests come on
Yes.
and do like segments with us about like the chapters we're reading, and we also are trying to line up some other interviews with some people that you would be interested in hearing from.
So stay tuned.
Exactly. So let's play our last commercial that we got. Okay? So you all enjoy this last one. Ayor Fjorda. Our country is known for being noble and kind, where all walk free and our children play without fear in the snow. Life here in Fjorda is good. Fjorda was built strong and holy by the sacred gel. While you're cozy in your warm bed, there is an evil lurking amongst us. You've heard them called Wedge, maybe Demjin, or Adruja. All these are one and the same. Grisha, abomination to our Fjordan way of life. There is only one answer. Druskella.
The Druskela's way of life is to defend the pure way of life. Every day, no matter where we serve, we take a stand. For our nation, for each other, for us all. We vow to rid the world of the Grisha. Few will cross the ice bridge. Few will battle the Grisha. Few will earn the black and silver. Few will earn the title, Druskella. Come cross the ice bridge with us. The few, the proud, the Druskella. This commercial paid for by the Druskella Recruitment Bureau. Captain Jarlbroom requires all applications submitted 2 weeks prior to Ringkala. All recruits are required to have life insurance. The Ice Court and the Council of Jarlbroom cannot be held liable for death and execution of your duties.
Ayor? Hello? Is this the ice court? I gotta use your shim cooper. You know, your piss bucket. Where is every Fjordan? Oh, Lord. That character that I call him Old Man Fjorda. And what was really fun about trying to look this stuff up is there's like this whole list of Fjordan words that I found online, and I don't even know where Shim Cooper is even in the Grishaverse like stories, but I had to use it. So
Of course.
we had to figure that out.
That
was
was
just
great.
so funny. Yeah, so anyways, that was a little dark, but it was kind of fun.
It's funny.
It is. Join the Druskella.
So now you have to tell us what your favorite commercial was.
And if you have any ideas for
Yes.
like future ones, we will we're gonna actually try let's try to do that this next year. Let's try to do more than
We'll
just
do more.
yeah, we'll fit them in every once in a while.
Yeah.
So we just gave you a treat tonight. Really
A
did.
little treat because it's a special episode.
It definitely is. So we would not be here without a lot of people.
Yes.
Definitely. We would so first off, thank you to all our fans who support us through all our social media platforms and all our listeners and all the YouTube viewers. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, my goodness. We'd also like to thank Jesse Forkham,
And Michelle Baviera,
Kendra and Drina Dantes,
Ollie Dodd,
Donna Huff,
Fiona McLeish,
Ashley Taylor,
Carrie Rashford,
Sally Daniels,
Jeff Hogue,
Chris Andrews,
Jordan Hill.
and none other than Lee Bardugo.
We wouldn't be here without ya.
Definitely not. Oh,
Thank you to everyone who has helped us, supported us.
yes. And if there's somebody out there that we forgot, we're so sorry. We're I get nervous about these lists.
Call us out.
Yeah, exactly. Do. So, anyways, thanks for listening. What a great episode. This is
It
fun.
was super fun.
It was. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of excited to get out of this.
You have to wait because we have to take pictures for Instagram.
I know. So, anyways, come back next week. We're gonna be returning back to Crooked Kingdom, and we'll be covering 28 and 29?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. Well, happy Grishaversary, everybody.
Happy Grishaversary. I was going to say we needed to throw some confetti, but we are in the studio. We do not need to be throwing confetti. So just imagine.
Yeah, because we'd have to clean that up.
Yes, we don't have a cleaning crew.
No, that's us.
It's us.
Lord. Well, you guys have a great week. See you guys later. Bye.
Like we're at the end of the hour, so my voice is a little husky. A+.
No mourners.
No funerals.
This has been GrishaCast. Connect with us on the web at GrishaCast.com. Send an email to info@GrishaCast.com.
Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube at GrishaCast.